You are now listening to the Salty Virgins Podcast.
Welcome to the Salty Virgins Club Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. I'm here with the full cast, Kevin, Patrick, and Jackson. How's everybody doing today?
Good. I think I just drafted a multi-$100 winning fantasy football team. So
Yeah, it's that point of the year where I feel really good about this fantasy draft.
Yeah, I feel fantastic about my team.
when's the first NFL game?
The 11th, September 11th, I
That's
believe.
the first Sunday, so the first game's on the 8th then?
The 8th, yeah.
So I get to feel good about my team for exactly 10 more days.
Bills Rams on the 8th.
Oh, that'll be good.
Are you kidding me?
Great game. It's going to be a great game.
Starting out hot.
NFL ruined the offseason and decided, like, you know what? We need the best two teams to play in this first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah,
Wild Wings.
I've been trying to get more excited about fantasy football this year, and it's been working. I'm pretty excited about it, and really, the NFL just every day keeps trying to give me more reasons to not be excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
NFL might be king. We might have to defund the NFL.
Listen, I'm fine with it.
I
I'm
wish
fine.
we could.
Oh, speaking of, I read a report today about how the owners didn't want Deshaun Watson to be, like, suspended for the full year because it would toll on the contract, and they feel that that would be unfair for the Browns to keep him under contract an extra year. That's it. Those were their thoughts.
Wait, what? That doesn't make sense to me.
So, the NFL has this really strange rule where, like, if the player does not touch the field for whatever reason, especially with the supervillain deal he got, the contract will then just basically, like, 2022-23 didn't happen on the contract, and then it will start 23-24 and then carry over through 20.
So then, wouldn't the best thing for him to have signed the supervillain deal and then just gotten the full year suspension, so that he could take it as
No,
a
because
wash?
then he wouldn't start getting, like, real money beyond that
sorry.
$1 million for 2 years.
I said
Yeah.
supervillain, but I meant like he should have taken the non-$1 million, like he should have
Supervillain
taken
dollar
the full and just, you know what I mean? I mean, he wasn't going to get to choose the suspension, but that's a horrendous rule.
That's the thing. Like, even he didn't think he'd get off this easy.
True. True.
So, yeah. So the owners were like, hey, that's not fair. They're going to have him under contract another year. Not, oh, he's a monster. This might fuck up some of their money. Because somebody in that room definitely wants to sign him.
Multiple people in that room probably want to sign him.
Half of them.
Half of
The
them.
NFL
Literally half of them.
Does not care if you're the worst person in the world.
No, they actively ignore that you're the worst person in the world until a reporter talks about it.
Dude, the Bills drafted a punter with known allegations of gang rape of a minor.
Yeah. And they were like, I mean, the 6th round's fine. That's enough. Of
And
a
then they
punishment,
said-
right?
Did you read that story? Or that
No.
article?
It's really bad.
It's
It is.
harrowing.
It's not good.
Like, for anyone listening that's going to read it, trigger warning, sexual assault, violent, like, it's almost as bad as you can get without actually killing the person.
So
Yeah.
So Matt Ariza
Ariza.
is his name. He was as highly touted of a punter, I guess, as you can be coming out of college.
Literally nicknamed Punt God.
Yeah, had the nickname Punt God, and it came out like very publicly in the last like week.
Last couple days,
That
really.
he,
So
go ahead, Jackson.
these stem from allegations coming from last October. The girl, the day after she was raped, went to San Diego State campus PD. They told her, "Don't do anything. We'll go. Don't worry. Like, we'll go talk to the real police. Have them handle it." So she went to go talk to San Diego City Police, I believe, who then launched an investigation. Told San Diego State University not to do anything about the players, anything. Let them play out the year. While they handled their investigation, they did that for about from October to March. April, June,
Ish.
sometime, yeah,
Around draft time.
6, 7, 8 months. Charged them with nothing, like nothing really happened. So, but this had been like an open secret among like San Diego State students. They had known like some football players had like raped this girl at a party, and basically they had been unnamed until a couple other players had gone forward, naming Matariza and two other players as like participants in the rape. And basically nothing happened until last week when the girl and her lawyer finally came forward with a civil lawsuit against the three players because nothing happened criminally. Even though the day after she was raped, she went in, had pictures taken of all her bruises and injuries, submitted a rape kit, and just nothing happened.
And this is NFL teams literally will hire private investigators to keep tabs on players, and the Bills said that they, quote, did not know when they drafted.
NFL teams have not drafted people because of what their parents have done. Like, oh yeah, his mom was this and that, or his dad did this and that, so that's a red flag. But this guy, nope. Violent sexual assault allegations. Not even really allegations at this point. Like, you know, and they're just like, no, it's fine. 6th round, he's a punter, it'll be fine. We can sweep this under the rug.
A GM asked Des Bryant if his mom was a prostitute, and the Bills said they had no idea about these allegations.
Right.
My God.
So, yeah. We gotta defund the NFL and the police and somehow fix Title IX investigations at universities as well. The whole system's fucked up.
Yeah, everything's bad.
The whole system. Like, everyone failed that woman. Well, she was a girl at the time, but that girl.
I believe she is still 17.
How often
right.
is it screamed and yelled that things can't be proven because women don't come forward, and women are criticized for not coming forward early enough, and it's used as evidence or as cannon fodder against them, and then when someone does everything that they should after the most traumatic experience of their life, literally the next day, does everything they should, and nothing. Like, I wonder why. I wonder why people don't come forward. Right? Big fucking mystery.
And when you do, and you recount, you know, maybe, the worst possible thing that could happen to a person, to people who clearly don't give a shit, don't care what you have to say, and are basically just paid to be like, damn, that's crazy, and nothing happens, and you have to go get your own lawyer and file a civil suit because no one else along the line cares enough. Like, what kind of system do we have?
And there are people right now saying that the fact that it's a civil suit, you know, we can't believe it because there was no criminal investigation. We can't believe it because there was no
done anything wrong.
Yes.
People unironically are saying that.
Which is, let me tell you, not how the system works.
They had the girl call Matariza with police listening in and got him to admit, like, hey, I had sex with you. Also, I have chlamydia. You should probably go get yourself tested for chlamydia. And then said, you know what? We're not gonna charge him. We're good.
Right.
It's too hard.
And then he had a job, a multi-million-dollar job.
He got drafted into the NFL. He went through the whole draft process where, like we said, they fucking look up everything you've done, your parents have done, probably your cat has done. They look through all your tweets and things, and they were just like, nah, this is good. This is fine. We're fine with this.
He punts the ball really far.
Yeah, man punt ball far.
Right. And now we're here.
All the shit for the guy who wasn't even like the first punter off the board. He was the third punter drafted.
That was probably the reason, though.
Yeah.
Like,
it's because teams knew.
At least two teams were like, that's just, like, we'll allow a lot, but that's too bad. And the Bills are like, thank you very much.
Yeah. No, this is great. This is fine. We'll take him. This is a steal. We only got to pay this guy $15. Not really, but yeah. Sick. Having a good time.
Yeah, NFL's bad in summary. There's no really good way to transition out of something like that, but it feels like sometimes a lot of bad things happen, but sometimes stuff has to be talked about to some extent. Like, that's just like the NFL. It's the NFL is failing as a whole, but just like an experience like that after every time something like this comes up, right? The worst people on the internet claim these 3 points, and then when something happens and the things are done correctly, nothing happens still, and then the blame gets reversed the other way, right? Because no one was charged, nothing could happen. It's like,
Right.
what are we fucking doing here?
We're being intellectually dishonest. Like, that's the whole thing. Is like, it's not about being right. It's not about who did what. It's just about, like, upholding this system that allows people to get away with these things. Because, like, I think it's more likely that someone feels they could be Matt Ariza than they feel they could be that young girl.
100%.
And that's the problem. That is the problem. But
So, football is starting. College football is slightly less bad than NFL football, right?
yeah, this week.
Like, college football played a part in this for sure, but college football's coming up, and I can be a little excited about that. I don't think any NCAA football players have done anything insanely horrendous that's come to light yet.
This week.
Only
I mean,
matter
there's a lot of
time,
colleges, so I can't even say that, but the teams that I follow.
To be honest, on average, that's probably not true.
Yeah.
And colleges
Like, if
try
you ran the numbers,
colleges try real hard to sweep things under the rug.
Yeah.
as we just talked about. Yeah.
So,
But it was very fun still watching Scott Frost lose the Northwestern in Ireland.
Why did they play that game in Dublin? Somebody explain
Wasn't
that
it
to me.
awesome? What do you mean? Did you see that cup snake?
I didn't see the cup. I was too busy.
It was
this weekend.
2 stories tall, more than
Two
2 stories.
stadium
It went up to the
stories
second
tall.
level.
I know Pat was there because there was a guy with 2 pints of gin and tonic.
Yeah, they ran out of beer, so the guy said, "Give me 2 pints of G&T, please."
Well, also, wasn't everything free because the credit card machines were down?
Yeah.
In the U.S., everything just shuts down and no one gets to eat or drink anything else. In Ireland, they were like, we can't deny these people beer. We can't do it. We have to make it free.
And then
Well-
the vendor who was running it came out and praised the workers for doing that on the fly.
Yeah.
Things
They
you
would
would
have.
never hear.
Imagine you were at even the Falcons game where a beer's $6 and the credit card machines were down and it just got whispered through the stadium that beers were free and say 3 people running the beer stand gave out 40 free beers. The Falcons would have killed them on the 50-yard line
And then sued
in the
their
middle of the game. Yes, in the middle of the game. And at whatever stadium that is, everybody just got shit hammered for free, and they were like, nice.
2
You didn't make
pints
these people.
of gin and tonic is the most insane fucking thing.
Were they good, Pat?
Delicious.
I can't believe he's back stateside already.
Yeah.
He took the red eye. He left. he threw his body onto a plane.
They
Couldn't
just
miss
zipped them up in a golf bag and threw them in the cargo hold.
So apparently that was Scott Frost's 30th loss as a Nebraska head coach, and 20 of them, 2/3 of them, have been by a touchdown or less. The man cannot close.
Cannot coach. Can't do it. Tough scene. Hey,
He did well with UCF. Maybe he just needs to go back to not Nebraska. I don't know.
Maybe it was just having a really good quarterback.
It's possible.
the coldest to ever do it. He's got a really good wide receiver.
Jackson and Pat, how are you guys feeling about your Knights this year?
I think we're favored in every game.
So you're saying you're going to go undefeated?
I'm saying
We won Alabama.
I don't see a team that really beats us. I think we're gonna have a good year.
You a top 4 team in the country?
No, of course not.
No, actually not AP, not rankings wise.
We're
Probably not.
unranked as for the preseason polls.
No, I know the answer was no, but I just wanted to make sure Pat was going to say it and not say like, oh yeah, no, we'll be in the playoff. Because you might be,
No.
but it's hard to predict that right now.
No, we're not going to be. We should be like 9-3, 10-2.
Yeah,
That's a fun season.
I think it'll be a good year.
That's my hope for the Gators is 9-3, 10-2. I'd be over the fucking moon.
I think that the LSU Tigers will win exactly 6 games this year, and it will be miserable the whole way. They're not good. We sold our souls in 2019, and that's just what we had to do.
You get the
Ryan
natty.
Kelly's going to be like lose a game, and then they're going to show him on the sidelines. Like his face is going to be the same shade of purple as the like LSU like colors.
Oh yeah, He's just going to be one with the polo.
I was like, is that Grimace?
Whatever. Grimace is on the field coaching LSU right now.
They're just killing him. They're killing him with his own bolo tie.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a rough season. Oh boy.
Yeah, so college football should be fun. Lots of football to watch then, and lots of drinking to be done. I'm gonna try and get out to at least one Gator game for a tailgate. We're tentatively planning on going to a UCF one, right?
Yes.
Jackson and Pat for golf, and a golf related weekend.
Yeah, the Georgia Tech game, I think.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh yeah, that's the week that UF plays Tennessee, right? I think it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that information on me.
I only have that because
We've discussed this at length several times, and no,
well, that's why
just
Pat
can't
doesn't know
remember.
about it, because we talked about it in a group that he's in.
What do you expect from me?
To read the group message.
No!
I won't do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird. Like, I guess me and Emma should go to a game before we leave, because it's not, like, easy to get to a college football game from New York City.
You mean you don't want to go watch
not-
Rutgers?
Yeah, it's not horrendously hard.
No!
It's just not that entertaining.
Do I want to go see Rutgers? Absolutely not. The players on Rutgers football don't want to be there. They lose 75-0 a lot. Like, more than once.
Yeah.
So, Jordan, how was apartment hunting this weekend?
It was kind of hellacious, because it was so hot.
How many apartments did you get to tour?
So it's a little weird because, like, we had set up to look at 10 total. And then, like, we got to some, and it was like, okay, you can look at this one, and then there's this different layout, and then there's this one. So it ended up being, like, I think it ended up being 19, so I'm sorry, you missed the under.
But that feels like flexing, because you went to 10 different locations, and then you looked at a couple
complexes did you go to?
And did you even go to 10? Because that was my point, is you're in New York
did
in
go
the
to 10.
summer. You're not getting to, like, 20 different apartment complexes.
No. We didn't go to 20 different buildings. We went to 10 different buildings. Yeah, 10 different buildings.
10's even better than well, actually, 10 over 2 days, I guess, makes sense. But 10, I don't know what we ended up setting the line at, but I feel like 10 was probably pretty close to it. Maybe, it was probably still the under, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
it's
remember
a little,
anything after I talk about it, so.
It's super different than, like, anybody could have anticipated unless you've done it before. Because, like, the app that most people use is Street Easy. It's just like a New York-based thing. You can only search apartments in New York, whatever. So you contact brokers through Street Easy. And then, so, like, you set up, like, I want to see this apartment on Friday at 4 p.m. or whatever it might be. So they get some sort of, I guess, automated message on the back end. I don't know what it looks like for the brokers. And then they'll email you, okay, so when do you want to see the apartment? Or does this day that you did not request at all work for you? And so, like, we started doing it, like, 2 days before we left. So, like, I think Tuesday and Wednesday I was sending out to our list. And they would hit us back and be like, hey, can you come today? And I'd be like, no. How about Friday at 2? And they're like, well, I can't do that. And I was like, okay, Saturday at, whatever time. And they'd be like, well, maybe. And then it's like, are you about your money or are you not about your... Like, I don't understand here. So it was a lot of back and forthing with people. But the place we ended up settling on, the broker that we worked with was super responsive. She was super helpful. She explained everything. She explained all the fee structures because, like, sometimes you got to pay a broker fee and different deposits and all kinds of other shit. And, she was actually super helpful throughout the whole process, especially because we were hot, we were tired. We had seen so many different apartments, and at a point they start to look all the fucking same, except they're in different neighborhoods. Especially because, like, we only looked at newer buildings for the most part. So, like, you're seeing basically that same wood paneling with the fake marble or fake granite countertops and same bathroom 100 times, It's all the same shit. But we like the one that we've applied for, and so hopefully by Wednesday we'll, like, have everything locked in and we'll start signing papers and stuff.
That's exciting. So you'll be in Brooklyn, right?
Yep.
You want to hand out your address?
No.
Oh, okay.
What building are you going to live in?
Yeah.
So certainly not going to tell you. Well, I'll tell you guys off mic when you come, but
Yeah, I appreciate
What?
Well,
Before or after?
before,
All right.
come on. I gotta edge you up, you know? But we can go to the Pinstripe Bowl if anybody's interested in that.
Bad Boy
It's
Mowers
Yankee
Pinstripe Bowl? Yeah, I'm down.
that. Jackson already has his tickets. They're not even for sale yet.
We can go up to Yankee Stadium and go do that. That'll be fun.
Bad Boys was so eager to get back into the bowl game. They're fucking like sponsoring a bowl in fucking Yankee Stadium.
Which I can't imagine college football being played at Yankee Stadium. Like, I've been to Yankee
It's
Stadium. I've never
really
seen
bad. Like
I imagine.
Like, there's so much footage of kids playing, like, when they had the Pinstripe Bowl there the last few years. Like, the turf just tearing up and just ripping someone's knee in half.
Yeah, that makes sense, because that's certainly not made for that. Especially not in that climate. Like, at least out in Oakland, like, it doesn't snow and get all, like, you know, it doesn't fuck up the grass itself when the Raiders and the A's played at the same stadium. But, like, in New York City, like, it snows, like, a pretty decent amount, especially up there in the Bronx. So, like, I can't imagine that's good at all in January for that game. So, yeah, that makes sense. But hopefully we can get, like, $70 tickets and go to the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
Remember between the Big Ten Conference and the ACC for the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl in Yankee Stadium?
Do they have the mower set up? Like, are they going to let you mow some grass?
Can you race
Yes.
mowers as a event while tailgating?
I don't know if you can race them, but like, yeah,
on a mower.
at the artist formerly known as the Gasparilla Bad Boys Mower, the Bad Boys Mowers Gasparilla Bowl, they
It's
did
formerly known.
they did have an experience where you could ride on the mowers, like ride the mowers around. I didn't get to do that because it was raining when I went, but
That's tragic.
Yeah, I really
most
hate
that
bowl
for you.
game. Most bowl games have like whatever is sponsoring them there, obviously. But I didn't know if they like set up like reps or they had like 10 lawnmowers and it's just a bunch of dads just driving lawnmowers in this closed off area.
if I remember
Just
right,
kicking tires.
it was like a gated area. Like it was pretty skinny, so like you could like go down, do the zero turn, and come back.
They're actually rolling out plots of just long ass grass, and you just get to fucking just mow it with a 0 turn, the 0 degree turn, and then that's it.
Right there on 175th by that McDonald's where people do heroin in. Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be a surreal experience.
It's just having you mow like random plots that are overgrown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys want to get on this bus? You get to ride a Bad Boy mower for free, and then just Jackson and his 50 friends just on the bus. Make New York a better place. That's crazy.
Jackson would if they said, "Hey, give us 2 weeks of your time, and you can just mow all of Central Park with this Bad Boy mower," Jackson would be like, "I'll quit my job right now. I don't care."
Well, listen, if they give him a Bad Boy mower with a cooler, I would think about doing that.
Yeah, no, yeah, they put me on like that the fucking Renegade. Yeah, I'm
The mower that costs as much as a car.
Let me see. How much is the? They don't tell you
Tell you how
you
much
tell
it
them
is.
it's
Remember,
expensive, they don't tell you the price. They tell you payments as low as $364.19 a month.
Oh my god, that's more than I
60
pay for
months.
Kara's car.
Yeah, like I said, it costs as much as a car.
I think this one, like the Outlaw Renegade Diesel, genuinely costs more than my car when I bought it brand new.
You know what's fucked about that? That's a lawnmower. Like, that's just a lawnmower, and that costs as much as a car.
Yeah, but
For no reason.
That's the commercial one, so that's the one you can play like tax games with and like expense it and shit. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a secured transaction, is what it is. I actually learned what those were after the bar exam, thankfully.
Ooh, they got their top of the line residential zero turn is the Maverick. I can buy a I can buy a fucking lawnmower that looks exactly the same as my golf clubs. They know what they're doing.
You can You know what's also fucked about that? You're gonna, like, say you get through the ordering process, they'd be like, that'll be 10 weeks before we can get it to you, my boy.
10 weeks feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's on the low end.
Ooh, yeah. 48 inch deck, 810cc engine. Give me that advanced shoot system.
Jackson's making a tricked out lawnmower. Again!
No limit black vector wheels.
What does no limit mean? What does that
I
mean?
don't know. It's the same. It's the same shitty like rim brand you see on trucks.
Sure. I don't see that.
This Maverick mower looks ridiculous.
Yeah, Pat,
wanna
it
see a
costs as
picture
much
of
as
the
a
Maverick
car.
mower. I want a mower that looks like my Freewood.
I just typed in bad boy and it just said bad boy mowers. You ready? It knows what I'm here for.
Will Smith down horrendous. Bad Boys the movie no longer the top search result.
Shout out bad boy.
Ooh, there's MSRP 82.29. Promo price $71.39. Might have to do it.
You don't have a yard.
Finance for as low as $141 a month.
So, this is a complete topic change, but I just input the rosters and looking at ESPN's, like, rating of the teams, and there's only one team that has, like, there's a team that's trending up and trending down. Jordan's team is trending down for some reason, and ESPN says maybe this team just needs a Snickers. So get fucked, Jordan.
ESPN's always wrong with those things.
Yeah, ESPN has Brandon is the best team, me second, Pat third, Mike fourth, Jackson fifth. I don't know who his teammate is. Lucas sixth.
Lucas, probably.
Justin seventh, and then Jordan, Sterling, Ben. Ben being last is just a shocker. Sterling not being... This is big for Sterling to
Not be
come
last.
into the league. So,
Rising tides raises all ships, I guess.
yeah, now that ESPN has told me I'm going to be the second best team this year, I can't wait to miss the playoffs and be like 500 team. Have to fight to not have to have my friends pick my phone case for the next year. Have we talked about that on the podcast?
No.
We haven't. That's
Our fantasy football punishment, we finally got the league to vote on one this year. And it's going to be that from the, Super Bowl to Hall of Fame game? So,
Yeah.
how many months is that?
6 months.
6 months. The person that gets last in the consolation bracket of our league has to use a phone case that the other league members select for them. So it's the winner that actually gets final say. But it'll be like league members can all submit phone cases and they have to use it for 6 months. So I'm pretty excited about that until I get 10. I'm gonna really not be happy.
I'm just putting a big old dong on the back of Kevin's phone.
Listen, that would be better than one of those like K-pop phone cases that are like 4 times the size of the actual phone.
Oh yeah, get you
That's
one
what
of
I'm
those
thinking.
I'm getting you a fully functional Hello Kitty doll.
That's what I'm thinking. One of them that you can't put in a fucking pocket.
Ooh, I don't want to win this year. I want to win next year because I'm going to Japan, so I can just bring you back something ridiculous.
Something disgustingly horny and problematic, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm excited about that. What's the punishment in our other league, Jordan?
I don't know if we decided on a punishment, did we?
There's a poll in the app, and one of the options was the only. It's funny. I think the phone case one is funnier, but this one was. Actually, I didn't. But I didn't. I'm not creative enough to suggest an idea, so I just voted for it. It was like the loser has to write a poem and recite it like via video to the league. So it's like
That's not
it's
too
fine. It's a 5 punishment. I like the Zoom background one that I suggested, like a Zoom background that says like I lost my fantasy football league.
That would be very funny.
I just never on Zoom, other than
Yeah, I guess
in
that's
this specific situation.
and not a lot of people. Well, I mean, even for this, it would be funny for you because it would just always be the background. But it depends on people's like their
Work situations. Yeah.
Did you see there was a video of a guy that a league does that if you lose, you have to play 18 holes wearing a dress, and on the first hole he holed out from 160 yards for eagle.
Pretty fucking good.
And his friend is videoing it, and he has the shakiest fucking hands in the world. can't really see it. But it was very funny.
And that's gonna be tough because most phones now they're pretty good with like the anti-shake
once you
post processing.
Once you max zoom, it still gets a little bit hairy. And he like tried to zoom in on because you don't need to max zoom to get to the green, but he had tried to like max zoom in, and then it was just like so I couldn't really see it, but describe it.
Pretty good memory, you know. He's like, yeah, I was wearing a dress, but
No. There was a video. He saw the guy. I didn't see the ball go in the hole. Is what I'm saying. Like he tried to show the ball.
Yeah.
Shotgun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
what I was saying. Like,
it's a pretty good memory. Yeah, it's a great video.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, I was wearing a dress, but that was still a hole-in-one on hole one.
Well,
Starting off hot like that.
It was a hole-out eagle. A hole-in-one would be a little cooler, but
I don't know. Do I go
a hole-in-one is a hole-out for eagle. It's the same thing, except the hole-in-one is the first shot on a par 3 and just way cooler. Just way cooler.
Either way, it's a huge win.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think that's it. Any other horrible things that happened? We'll talk about them next week.
No, don't
Thanks,
you
y'all.
worry. There's no new horrible
We're
things
on
that
their
happen.
ass. Oh yeah, yeah. All right. See you in the next one.